Shall we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archewell Audio?
Yeah.
Archewell Audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, today is December 3rd, 2021. It's 4:42 a.m. I just finished video 1 and 2 recording. I've been recording all morning. So I only had like 3 links left. That was supposed to be just one video, but I said so much and it carried on to third video. So I decided to keep recording because in a few I'm gonna wake up my kids, so I might as well finish it. All right, so that was the last prayer that I did for the video. Let's go back to Twitter. Warrior Soda had a very nice thread, and that's why it took me so long. All right, so this is the first tweet. Knauf has left himself, and the Cambridge is very exposed on this. By all accounts, the Mel appeal was meritless. Either the palace lawyers gave them very poor advice, which Harry have been saying, or they ignored the advice we're giving. Either way, it's a bad look. Yeah, Harry has been saying those people are giving them bad advice. I won't be surprised if they did give them that advice, because there's so much things that I feel and I cannot prove. It's just setting them for failure. All right. There's much more to this. All right, let me read some of the comments. The threat against the BBC and this episode further call William's judgment into question. Okay, what did I say about the BBC thing? What was, and I come across another a tweet which I share with you, and I made it one video by itself because I thought YouTube was gonna block it. Is that there was a campaign to discredit BBC, and to, you see how quickly they changed the people's mind in the UK, and they did that. They were trying to bash BBC. Okay, all they managed to do was prove that Kensington Royal has been working with the tabloid and leaking against the Sussexes. Can Meghan sue Jason for email leaks? I think so. I really think so. Doesn't he need her approval first? I'm sure he signed an NDA. So many questions. That's the thing. I think everybody sees that, where the leaks are provided to the court pursuant to the subpoena. Okay, no subpoena, they unilaterally volunteered the text and email. Yeah, that's the thing here. It's like they reinsert themselves into the nonsense. You know, the whole thing from the beginning was privacy and copyright. And then out of nowhere, you had a text message that was going with them privately. And then they say, oh, by the way, the court, here's this. Look at this. And what was the thing from the beginning? You reinserted. I was like, what the hell? So now this is the thing that Meghan needs to talk to her lawyers about. And I think she's going to wait a little bit longer, see what the next move the Daily Mail or something is gonna do, if they're gonna bring it to Supreme Court. Harry and William, okay, Harry and William were his employers. Harry can sue him. Okay, same way he sued Christian Jone, Prince William's former private secretary. Oh, I don't know anything about that. That's worth a bookmark and to look into it at some point. With so many tweets to share with you, I don't know if I'll ever come to that. Turned out it was Jones' partner who was selling stories to Wooten. Jones quit his job only a year after taking over from Simon Case. Interesting. Let's see. A Byline Investigate reported this weekend that Dan Wooten and the Sun paid £4,000 for the story to Christian Jones' partner. Oh my God. All right. Callum Stephen, who is also friend to Dan Wooten, Prince William, Duchess. Oh my goodness. So many nonsense. Wow. I don't know anything about this. Very good point. It was probably a blanket deal with KP, though, and not an individual one with an entire family. Maybe this is step two. Yeah, everything is in steps because she had full communication with Jason. She cannot go with uh she cannot go after William. Even though we know, okay? She cannot go after William. She could only go after Jason because she had direct communication with Jason. That's who she's gonna go after. And then through that, depending on what do you call him? Jason says and his testimony, if it goes to full trial or whatever, then that will be the next step. It's like slang after slang. She could sue Jason, but not William. Not William. All right. Well, if she saw William and said, "Oh, I don't know anything about this. What are you talking about?" Da 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 da. It's to Jason. It's to Jason. They're gonna know the next step. And then if Jason wanna take wants to be the fallout guy for William, let it be. But at least it's Jason that they have to go after. And now when they start questioning him, huh? So he's in full debacle here. This is why you have to, when people tell you to go do, you have to be careful. Now, if he says he took it upon himself to, I don't know, to bring out the text message without the firm approval, guess what? Harry could jump in now and said, because look, no matter how you take it, this is why the perfect team, because Harry is part of the firm, no matter how you see it, because he grew up in it. Okay, that's the blood kind of thing here. All right, so even Harry could go after him. It depends how whatever steps they take and what comes out of the if there is a trial. All right, let's see here. I don't think on this one, I don't think Meghan is gonna ask for a summary. This part for the summary was to protect the firm, but they didn't see it. All right, the person who allowed Jason to release that text message then see Meghan was trying to protect him, even though she knew it was him. All right, the text message wasn't part of it. It had nothing to do with the copyright. It was the letter, not the text message. Now that the text message come out, now she could go after Jason, and then through that she could let them spill the bean because she doesn't get an F about the what is it the firm anymore, because you insert yourself, you let people see who you are, so she's gonna go after it. It's gonna be full trial. It's gonna be full trial, I think. The first one was to protect the firm, not to do a full trial. But I don't know. This guy is so dumb. He can't read it. Next tweet that I bookmarked for you and I didn't share because the other one was so long. Okay, Associated has already made an interim payment of £450,000 to the Duchess to reimburse her costs and bringing the action. Okay, I know that's right. Okay, let's see here. What did she? Another consequences of today's judgment is that the Mail on Sunday should not have to publish prominently on its front page and on page 3 statement acknowledging that it infringed the Duchess copyright. I'm telling you, it's like as I'm reading this, I'm thinking Meghan is walking a dog here. All right, that's the Daily Fair. Okay, this is a rare, if not unprecedented, measure in the UK media where correction even to front page stories are inevitably published without prominence and on and side page. Also to be resolved is the matter of cost. Associated has already made an interim payment of £450,000 to the Duchess to reimburse her costs and bring in the action. The final sum now include the cost of fighting the appeal. You see, I knew that had to be done, had to include in it. Okay, is likely to be considerably higher. Yep. I wonder where she get that from, because she just took the screenshot of that part, but I wonder where she get it. All right, let's see here. The fell wasted nearly $500,000 because they couldn't get their way. There's a laugh, good pay up, and shut the F up. All right, honestly, that's not even half of her expenses. That's crazy. And I told you, for Meghan, her lawyer, I think that was the easiest case for her. It was very publicly, and for her, I think it was the easiest. Not only it has been done before, and the amount of receipt Meghan had to back up her claim, it made it easier for her lawyer. Next tweet. All right, let's see here. TeamArchewell is go. They're so just only professional who are badass at the job. They're also very super supportive of Harry and Meghan, a dream team finally. That was a tweet that I come across that had a picture of them hugging. You know, I wish I had this. This is the last one that I had that I was supposed to, how do you call this, share with you on the other one. The first video, it come out to be 3 videos, but let's see here. Finally, a team where there's utmost trust and loyalty. They built the team that they deserve, and I love that for them. TeamArchewell, Sussex Squad, we are the best family. All right, so I'm gonna go to some of the tweets that I have for video 3 because it's 4:43 right now. I'm gonna wake up my son, my oldest, at 5:10. That's the time I usually give him. But let me move to the next one. All right, let's see here. Knauf has left himself and the Cambridge with very exposed. Is that the one that I've... Okay, that's another tweet here that we got in Knauf. Knauf has left himself and the Cambridge is very exposed on this. By all accounts, the mail appeal was meritless. Either the palace lawyers gave them... Okay, that's the same one I just read. I read that already. Okay, maybe it's another branch. It sounds familiar. Maybe she retweeted out and I come across it. By all accounts, the mail's appeal was meritless. Either the palace lawyers gave them very poor advice or they ignored the advice they were giving. Okay, or did I read it already? Let's see here. Either way, it was bad advice. The threat against BBC, yeah, I read that already. So let me move on to the next tweet. Damn, I wait like a minute on this. Next tweet. Okay, associated... What is that? I'm going back to the same thing. No wonder why. Yes, I'm going back to the same thing. Sheesh. Next tweet. I showed that in video 2 or something. An appeal, the publisher of Mail on Sunday Associated Newspapers Limited lost a legal battle against Meghan Markle by publishing part of the letter she wrote to her father. Here is a summary of the verdict by the presiding of the court appeal, Sir Geoffrey. All right, let you listen to it. I have it in video 2
the
or 1.
judge's careful decision, mostly on factual questions, was upheld. And it was hard to see what evidence could have been adduced at trial that would have altered that situation. The judge had been, we found, in as good a position as any trial judge to look at the article in People magazine, the letter itself, and the Mail on Sunday articles to decide if publication of the contents of the letter was appropriate to rebut the allegations made against Mr. Markle. The judge had correctly decided that whilst it might have been proportionate to publish a very small part of the letter for that purpose, it was not necessary to publish half the contents of the 5-page letter as associated newspapers had done.
Alright, so my explanation on this is either in video 1 or video 2 of today's date. Alright, usually I have 1, 2, 3. As long as the same date that I recorded, I keep them. I put the dates there. Okay, that day, the truth won against the horrible British tabloid media. Alright, so that was that. Let me go to the next tweet. All right, okay. Carly Ledbetter. And a statement Meghan said the ruling was, quote, a victory not just for me, but for everyone who has ever felt scared to stand up for what's right. All right, Huffington Post write about it. Okay, I'm not gonna read that article. All right, just a tweet. You guys could go to Huffington Post and check it out. Okay, the Duchess of Sussex statement in full. I read it and so many other things because I'm in a hurry. I'm sorry. Let me just read some of the comments here. All right. Oh, there's Omid. Maybe I'll go into Omid. The daily felt amazing. Last graph feel vaguely tropian. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to Omid things now. All right, this is Omid Street. Maybe I'll go to some of the thing and then that'll be it because I have to wake up my son. Investigation into the cash for honor scandal that hit the Prince's Foundation has found that Prince Charles' right-hand man of 40 years, Michael Fawcett, did conspire with fixers to offer a Saudi billionaire a knighthood and British citizenship in exchange for donation. Ah, please. The thing is that he's just a fallout person. All right, that's all it is. It's just the fallout person. All right, because we know there's no way this guy could go and do such a thing without the palace approval. All right, of 40 years. All right, so he's just the fallout person for him. Okay, Clement's house, quote, it is important to His Royal Highness that the charities which bear his name operate to the high. Okay, this is the facade thing they want people to do, to see. That's the facade they want people to see. With what just happened to Meghan, we know people is gonna, you know this is nonsense. Okay, how could this something like that go behind your back without knowing so much money is being put into that charity? All right, people know this is the facade you want to portray, but in the background, you know you're not that type. All right. So look at all the length you go to pop up yourself and your son, the future and future futures. You know this is nonsense. But let me read it anyway. It is important to His Royal Highness that the charities which bear his name operate to the highest standard in accordance with rules established by charity regulators. We are taking this opportunity to reinforce guidance to these charities. It's just a fallout, okay? Which fallout guy? All right, let's see here. Is it that supposed to lead to prison time? Oh, I like the way she responds. Shouldn't that go to prison time? This is organized crime and government. This is a matter for the Metropolitan Police. They put their people in every places that they know they will need them to turn a blind eye. All right, they don't have to DPP and Attorney General and that banana kingdom. This me, I was laughing at it and I still find it funny too. I like your direct point, no running around the bush, straight to the point, prison or no prison. That was from this here. All right, Jason Knauf getting thrown under the bus next. Yeah, that's exactly that. And this is where Meghan is going to ask for the full trial. All right, because she has the right to ask for the full trial. How did that come about? Who gave you the right to go publish, give my letter, my text out when I specifically told you not to do that? And he's going to say, it's all mine and mine alone. All right, and then Bullhead will be free. All right, so this facade, that perfect image they're trying to create, all right, remember, there is no perfect human being. I'm telling you, only Meghan come close to being perfect, but you know, everybody make mistakes and stuff like that. But the facade they're trying to create, it's like stumble after stumble after stumble to create that perfect image. And then this is what gonna create their extension. All right, they extinguish the monarch because they're trying to create a perfect image because no one is perfect. If you being yourself, you make mistake and then you apologize to your mistake and you acknowledge it. It's important to acknowledge your mistake. If you don't, you just putting word out there, oh, I'm sorry I did that, and you move on, and then couple days later you do the same mistake again. You do not acknowledge it. So it's very important to acknowledge your mistake. Harry has done that. He acknowledged it. He fixed himself and become the person that he is now. All right. So look at, for instance, in Harry's case, where they forced him. He knew not to speak to the tabloid. They forced him to go speak to the tabloid. I don't know for which particular thing here. Once he did that, they used that against him. They create a book about him, like that person, that few seconds she was with Harry, as if he knew Harry's lifetime. Okay, so Harry learned from that and said, "No more. I'm not gonna introduce my wife to you guys because you will use her word against her. So you're not gonna meet her." All right. So instead, you rather cry. But we asked to meet with Meghan like 4 or 5 times, but we never got a chance. All right. You're gonna get that always because that way we know you never met her.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan, and it never happened.
All right. So it's two third person. And the other thing we have to give pop to Meghan is I'm pretty sure Harry spoke to Meghan and said, "Please, I know you've done with the media. This one is different. Please do not speak with them. Do not do this. Do not that." And we have to give Meghan pop for listening to Harry. All right. And with that, this is how they are a good team. And even if Meghan wanted to speak to the tabloid, so they don't think that one-on-one, face-to-face kind of interaction give them the legal right to say, "Oh, I know Meghan." All right, it's to a third person, which is how we get with the finding freedom, where Omid had to go through Knauf in order for Knauf to send the information to Meghan, to third person, okay, not direct. All right, so I think it was Harry's advice that this thing sort of happened. I don't know if you see that connection, but and this is where Omid was telling his truth. He said that could never be further from the truth. He never met Meghan.
I know they've denied it, but did you speak with Harry and Meghan directly?
No, we didn't speak with Harry and Meghan directly. They didn't cooperate with the book, and there's certainly no secret off-the-record conversations that have taken place either. But I think the unique situation that we had here were many of the people in Harry and Meghan's lives felt increasingly frustrated with some of the coverage that they saw on the people that they knew that looked so different on the pages of some sections of the British tabloids. And I think there was this real desire to speak out in defence of the couple, especially when the palace wasn't doing so themselves.
It to Jason, and we saw it to that letter. Is it letter or email? I think it was an email to Jason Knauf where Meghan was trying to contact Knauf and say, "I'm available at such amount of time. If you have the time to meet, to discuss Omid book, and most importantly, my mother," and stuff like that, the harassment of her mother and stuff like that. So yeah, and she listened to Harry. All right, let's see, because I know sometimes the reason I know of this because sometimes I don't listen to my husband. And sometimes he doesn't give me advice because I'm not gonna listen. And then I come back to him and I say, "Why did you tell me that?" Oh my God, the full circle of things. But anyway, let me read some of the comments. That'll be the last tweet because it's 5:05 right now. I need to wake up my son. And I could start editing. All right, let's see. Jason Knauf getting thrown under the bus next. I think so too. Count on it. As we speak, he is thinking out of the country to join his partner. No hanging around until year end. Okay, it's amazing how fast it investigates itself for cash for honor scandal to remove that cloud over Charles, but taking a year to investigate bullying that they say all this evidence and witnesses were available. Okay, stopping the investigation about Andrew too. That happened quickly. Yeah, I don't know what these people thought. I truly believe because as I coming across more tweets and the squad are telling, wasn't there MP, I think she's dead now, who said, is it MP or Prime Minister, who said when she met the royal family, she couldn't believe how dumb they are. I forgot the name of that particular MP that one of the squad was saying. So they really thought that to tell the police to throw away the the Andrew investigation was gonna stop the US. But did they know this is a different jurisdiction? How the hell is whatever the police said in the UK is gonna stop what's going on in the US when the thing freaking took place at the soil of the United States? It took an, I think, overseas also, one of those island or whatever. Where is it? Epstein usually flown to, but there's one specific part that took in Manhattan. Okay, New York, New York, Manhattan, New York, New York. Okay, and he's mentioned in the city. So this is why Godfrey is filing the thing in Manhattan. So I don't know what these people were thinking to think, oh, the police find no wrongdoing and Andrew. Of course, then I wonder how much money they pay the police to say all of this nonsense. All right. And then we know also a lot of investigation papers and documents have been thrown away or something. All right. And I said how we could only know about what really went on if we have a good, respectable police officer who made copy, or investigator make copy of everything, save it, put it someplace else that nobody knows, because what we have now, what's running rampant right now, is everybody, majority. Okay, let me not say everybody. Majority of people who are in position to put the world accountable or corrupt. Okay, they could easily manipulate it with money. So once the time come, whoever made copy of those supposedly destroyed document, okay, could bring it out to light. That's the only way we will know. But other than that, you have idiot who's willing to do idiotic things for people while they still inflicting pain onto people. You will think they will stop? That's the thing. They don't know when to stop. If you were that close of being caught, why will you continue the same kind of behavior? You should stop. It's like they clear one thing, okay? They pay people to throw this under the rug, and then they continue doing it again. I don't understand these people. I think I should stop now. There's more comment with Omid thing. There's a long comment. Let me do a prayer. This one was prayer for victory that I threw in for video 1, 2, and 2. 1 and 2. Let me pick one more here. Let's do this one. Father, thank you for your goodness. Thank you for finding joy and seeing me succeed. Help me to see my life the way you see it. Help me to see and declare the blessing and victory you have for me. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, Psalm 35:27. I need to wake up my son now. So all this was supposed to be, I think, one video, but it ended up to be 3 videos. So it's 26 minutes, and I'll probably make it a video on itself, whatever. But please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. And if you want to help this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate, or just watch the commercials if YouTube decided to approve this to have commercial. Thanks for watching.